Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cece, and if this is your first time here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you. We are sitting at 121 subscribers, which is super neat. I honestly didn't think that I would make it over 100 this year because I'm used to doing like fun stuff on Instagram, and as we all know, Instagram is much harder to grow on. So I was expecting the same thing over here. But I'll be very honest, I like YouTube better. I just feel like it's more inviting. I feel like you can be more of yourself here. You can find your people here. And I've been really enjoying my time so far. So if you're new here, sometimes what I like to do is, instead of explaining everything that's going into my planner, I just kind of chit chat about whatever's on my mind, while also going back and forth with what's in my planner. So if you are not interested in people who just kind of chit chat about things, then you may want to mute me and you can just visually watch me do my next layout of my planner. But if you're someone who just kind of likes to listen to conversations in the background, then this audio may work for you. So in my planner system, I think I mentioned it in the last video, I did introduce the Paper Source Monthly Pocket Planner. That is the small planner that you see on top of my weekly passion planner. And the reason why I decided to introduce this is because I'm a part of a lot of different things. And it was becoming more difficult to keep up with what I was doing because I didn't always have my big main planner with me. So I decided to integrate the small pocket planner into my system. That way, if I'm at work, I can quickly thumb through it and just make sure that I'm scheduling myself accordingly, especially because school's about to start. My boyfriend just moved in, and there just seems to be a little bit more going on with my schedule than usual. So I wanted to make sure that I stayed on top of my planning, and I caved and I decided to get this little small pocket planner. So how it works is usually while I'm at work and I'm making my schedule, I will immediately put my work schedule into my pocket planner. Then I look at my volunteer schedule to see when I can volunteer, schedule that in, any days off that Makai may have from school. And then I'll see if I can get those days off as well. So then I don't have to ask my parents for childcare on those days. And then sometimes during the school year, you have like parent-teacher conferences. We're going to be invited to birthday parties. I also help my friend with her media company. So sometimes I have events that I have to attend, so on and so forth. It's much easier for me to just jot those things down in the pocket planner. And then as you see now, when I'm in a new week, I just kind of keep that pocket planner open near me and I fill it in from there. So this is my second week doing that, and it's been very useful so far. The pocket planner is also small enough to stay inside of whatever I put it in, whereas my passion planner weekly, even though I love it, it is sizable if you can't tell. And I like it that way because I like to be able to see what I'm writing down. The squares in the pocket planner are much smaller, so I have to use a little bit more discernment about what goes in there, which is also very good. So I've been doing a lot of thinking about YouTube and my YouTube channel and where I would like to see it to go. New Year's start frequently for me. I consider August the new year because it's a new school year. I consider January a new year because it's the actual new year. And I also consider my birthday a new year, right? It just depends on when I start something and when I want to start tracking it. So I technically started my planning series in the new year in January. And I'm really excited to see this through until the end of the year. But because I'm feeling so safe and comfortable in this space, I've been asking myself, what else do I want to see out of this channel? And what else do I want to see out of myself? If you've ever been interested in doing social media, there are, of course, a lot of different ways that you can look at it. One of the ways that I look at it is for confidence boosting, skill development, and just, personal development as well. It's really exciting to watch me get better at something time over time. And it brings me joy when I can start to build a community of people who have similar interests. I'm 32 and I'm not always I want to make new friends, but it's kind of around very specific things. So I love writing. I love pen paling, so I may talk a little bit about that to see if any of you out there are interested in possibly being pen pals. I love planning and journaling, so I think moving forward, a section of my YouTube will definitely be dedicated to that. Just showing maybe when I'm letter writing or different journaling techniques and things that I'm exploring. For example, I just found out about commonplace journals and I started one, and I'm really excited to share with you all the flip through at the end of the month, right? Because it seems like I'll be done roughly at the end of the month and explain that process. And I don't feel weird doing that because I know that planner people sometimes also like to journal because we just have a love of writing. So that's something that I'm really excited about exploring and introducing here. I also really love and appreciate productivity content, but really specifically around moms who work outside of the home. So the moms that are meal planning and they're showing me their grocery hauls and what they are cooking with that dinner and how they keep their homes clean and really manage a home, because that's what it is when you're a parent. Or, I guess that job falls more to the mom, but you're a home manager. You're making sure that the laundry is done, that the house is clean and comfortable, that there's always food in the fridge, or that your kid always has a good, nutritious lunch. That falls into planning for me. So you all may see me start to introduce some of that content as well. I'll be doing my best to keep my playlist nice and organized. So that way, if you started following me for something specific, that I'm keeping it specific for you and you can just kind of keep in touch with that particular playlist. And that's what's been really cool about YouTube is I feel like I can be my whole self, but I can keep it really organized. So if there was a particular version of myself that someone was really interested in or that really spoke to them, they can go to that place and engage, right? So it's really interesting, and I'm excited to see how this turns out throughout the year. Another thing that I'm really enjoying is trying to remind myself that the videos don't have to be long. They are allowed to be nice, short videos. This particular week is the week of the 17th because I see my self-care day in there. I'm trying to just get better about staying on top of my scheduling. So sometimes it will be a week earlier or a week later. It just depends. I had time to do this week. My work schedule is done until the end of August. So I was able to get into my planner and just kind of see what this week looked like. Sometimes I'll do that when my other weeks are very straightforward. So I had a lot of markets this month that I'll talk about in the recap. And I've been bopping around and helping stores. So I had a home office, like a headquarters visit that I had to do for my job. I'm helping out at 2 other stores this week because they're short-staffed. So my work schedule and my life schedule was pretty consistent for the first 2 weeks of August. So there's a little bit more going on in this week. So I just wanted to sit down and look at it and make sure that I had everything down on paper. So sometimes that will happen too. But I'd rather be ahead of my planning than behind it. So I feel really good about planning the week of the 15th. So that way, if anything gets added, I can revisit it. And I can also kind of see what content I may be able to get that week. So for example, on the 14th, I'm working with the media company and I'm attending an event where I need to get content anyway. And so I'm really excited about that because that may be a little vlog day that I can do, and the same with my self-care day. So I'm always looking for ways to build my content around what's already going on in my life instead of build my life around what content I need to be delivering, if that makes sense. If you're interested in content creation, that would be my little tip. When I first started, I was having a really hard time because I thought I had to create content. And there was a time on Instagram where there was this little sound that was going on that was saying everything is content. Don't forget to film it. So, of course, I took that overboard for a little bit. But now I feel like I have a nice, healthy balance where it's what's already happening in my life that all I have to do is press record. And if it's not a whole lot happening, understanding that that is also okay. Again, that's why I really like YouTube, because sometimes we just enjoy watching each other do a particular task, right? Like cleaning or planning in my planner. But sometimes I do have exciting things to show, and that's okay. Like I can show that. So it's been an interesting journey and I've really, really been enjoying it. But today we are just planning. I love when I have time to add stickers, which doesn't happen very often. If you come to my channel a little bit more than usual, you will hear me often say that the root of my planning is functionality. I try my best to just be more functional than aesthetic, but I do enjoy putting in stickers and color coding. And one day I'll work myself up to get to a full-blown extra aesthetic video. But for right now, I do the best that I can. And it's really funny because I'm actually a very creative person. I may do some flip throughs of like my journals and my watercolor. So I actually do draw and I collage and I junk journal and I do a lot. But there's something about when it comes to my planner, I'm just like, hey, we could do a few motivational stickers, but we're trying to make sure that we understand that this week may be very busy or this week may be a week of relaxation, but I never really look at it like, ooh, I need to make it the most beautiful planner spread ever. But I do like to add stickers because every girl loves stickers, right? And it's nice to look at when I'm opening up my planner for the week, especially my little motivational stickers. Those are my favorite. This sticker book I probably got from like a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby. No place fancy. If you all have Etsy shops that you really enjoy, please drop them in the comments. I am looking to be more intentional about where I purchase my goods, and as I start to grow this YouTube channel, I would really like to use it to show off small business products. So if you have an Etsy shop, or if you know people with an Etsy shop that you frequent, please let me know so I can check them out and hopefully make some purchases. But my planner's done. I am done planning for the week of I'm saying the week of the 15th because there we go. The week of the 11th. Where you can see I don't really have a whole lot to do. And that's great. And I cherish those slow weeks. So I'm really excited about that. But this particular week will be great for content. So look forward to sharing this week with you all. Thank you for dropping back by, and I'll see you next time. Bye.